The divine powers that work it within me, I command cleansing upon my sacred space. I command cleansing and balancing upon my chakras. I command cleansing and balancing upon my heart, my mind, my soul, and my spirit. Peace, 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 peace. To the gods and lords of planet Kai. Joy, happiness, abundance, health, wealth, strength, knowledge, wisdom, and understanding I grant unto you all. To the divine powers that work it within me, to the divine powers of the ancestors. What is spell work? What is a spell? Because most of us don't really understand what is spell work and what is a spell, even though we do spell work every single day, because it is science. Now, my friend, spell work is simply the manipulation of energy to get an orchestrated outcome. So for instance, spellwork is your everyday thought. Your thoughts, should say, your everyday thoughts. That is what spellwork is. Spellwork is simply your thoughts. So, as I mentioned, spellwork is the manipulation of energy to get a desired outcome. So someone telling you a lie, that is spellwork. That is manipulation. Spellwork, and spellwork you have good and bad, in everything, as I said in previous videos. In everything there is good and there is bad. You have a lot of different types of spellworks, but the true spell, for the spell to work, it is all about the intention behind the outcome. Because if you notice, when you go to a hobby man, a science man, or whoever, even the pastor will tell you that you have to believe. You have to believe, you have to believe, else it won't work. As the scripture said, faith without works is dead. So that means it is more based upon the power of the mind more than symbolism, which is what I came to speak about today also. Because how do you know if someone is chosen? How do you know if someone is ordained to do spell work? Because not everyone is ordained to do spell work. Not everyone is chosen to do spell work. Which is why I say evil holds no weight, because the ones who do evil, even if you are ordained to do spell work, once you are doing evil, it holds no weight. And you will be dethroned, you will be derailed, you will lose your gifts if you use it for evil intent. As you always hear Jamaicans say, most of us, it's we who obey ourselves because of our thinking, our thought patterns, because we simply don't understand that our thoughts can manifest and will manifest over time if we keep on thinking about those things. So Spellwork, when we are looking into how witches and warlocks and sorcerers do spellwork, and I'm talking about the evil ones, how they do spellwork and how they get the desired outcomes, it's not because of the power that they have. They are powerless. So therefore, for their spells to work on anyone, they have to manipulate that person. They have to manipulate that person for the spell to work. Some of them, they have to send spirits, monitoring spirits, which I spoke about in a previous video, where I spoke about flies and all these things. Yes, some monitoring spirits, they send thoughts to you. The moment you accept those thoughts is the moment you accept and agree with them. You go into agreement with them, and that spell work can manifest over your life, whether or not you are aware. But when you are aware and you stand your ground and you banish those thoughts, it will never work. You can be aware and it still work if you accept it, because accepting it would be going into agreement with whatever that witch or warlock desired outcome is to manifest over your life, over your situation. So therefore, I would like to say, how do you know if one is ordained, if one has gifts? First and foremost, most of them would tell you that if you don't believe, the spell won't work. But that is really and truly manipulation. Even though it is true, it is still manipulation, because they understand that they don't have the power within, because they are not ordained, they are not chosen, and they know that you have the power within. And most of the time, it's not that you unlock the powers that are within, but you have the forces around you, your ancestors, that will bring to fruition your thoughts. They will help you to achieve the things that you want, once it is of your best interest and higher purpose. So therefore, they will tell you that you have to believe. That is simply you doing a spell work, thinking that they are doing something for you. So that is manipulation. That is why I say it is manipulation. Now spell work, as I said, you are bad and good in everything. The ones that do bad, they don't have the powers within. They are stripped of their powers, so therefore they have to harvest the powers of others. I think I spoke upon this thing about guard rings, because what you need to understand is, if you go to a Obeahman or a spiritualist or whatever you want to call them, when you go to them and they tell you that they put powers in the ring, they put spirit in the ring, you should be aware. You should have think to yourself, whose spirit is it? Where will one get so many spirits from? So therefore, you have to understand that that is simply the manipulation of energy. That is like you putting someone into a jail cell, or you having someone doing things against their own will, which is what they do to get their desired outcomes, because they don't have the tools to get whatever they need to be done. So they have to harvest the energy of others and use it and pretend as if it is theirs, which is why you will see most of them wear guard rings and all these things. Once you are chosen and all, you don't need guard rings or any of those things. You don't need anything that traps any spirit into anything, because you don't have to force anything. Things will come natural to you because you are a part of nature and nature is a part of you. So therefore, how do you know if one is ordained? It's simple, my friend. One who is ordained will never help you to do any evil stuff. One who is ordained and chosen will never mislead you. But how do you know if you are being misled? Which is why I always say one needs to go within, because the answers are within. One who is not ordained, not chosen, is one who has been birthed by men, one who has been taught by men, one who is chosen goes within to find knowledge. One who is chosen finds knowledge within their silence. Silence is where the wise man resides, because the true knowledge is within, which is why they also don't have access to knowledge. They only have access to what has already been revealed to man. They don't have knowledge of things that were never revealed unto men, because it was also never meant for them to have access to those stuff, which is also why they chop spirits trying to force their way, wanting to get information which they simply should not have access to. So how do you know if one is ordained? One who is ordained is one who do not have to use any form of symbolism or whatever to get what needs to be done, because the true power resides within the mind. Nothing is wrong with symbolism, but the thing about it is to understand why we use symbolism, because the things we use for symbolism really and truly is within. It's just that we don't have access to them at the moment. Most of you will not understand that part of my saying, but for those of you who do, everything is within. So reason why symbolism really is of such effect is because of the low vibrations. When you're on a higher vibration, when this realm is on higher vibrations, there will be no need for symbolism, because the symbols are within. Everything is within. So spellwork, as I said, is the manipulation of energy. So someone telling you a lie is a spellwork. English is spellwork, because you have to spell the words. The words are spells. It says it for itself. The words are spelled. You have to spell the words. And some of you may not understand this, what it means when they say English is spellwork. English is spell. It is because the ancient language that we used to speak, the language that we used to speak, English came from that, and they took the words that were detrimental to us and formulated them into their own, for their own selfish reasons. So that is why English is spellwork. That is why it's the verbiage that matters and not the spelling of the word. It's the sound of the word, because sound is vibration, and they understand that. So while you might think that a word you're saying means a particular thing, it means a whole different thing in the original language. As you might have known about that story in the Bible where they say they were trying to build a wall or a castle or whatever to go up into the heavens, and God gave everyone different language. That was a lie. That was just man's interpretation. That was man's interpretation. That was man's understanding of how all these different languages came about. But that wasn't true. And I don't think I need to touch on why that isn't true. but we all need to understand that spell work is and has always been through thoughts. Only through thoughts spellworks can manifest. Your thoughts are powerful. So you thinking bad about someone, that is you casting a spell on someone. Yes, my friend. As I mentioned in previous video, evil eyeing is or can be someone looking at you with an evil intent. It's not more so of the look, but the thoughts behind the look, which is why it is called evil eyeing. Because when one look at you in a particular manner, there are the thoughts that steers whatever that can manifest over your situation, over your life. So spell work, or should I say evil, holds no weight, simply because if you understand these things, there's no way spell work can work on you, because you will always be banishing and destroying and blocking all negative energies. Yes, my friend, so that is the message. I hope there is something from this that fed your spirit. If you do not understand what I'm saying, maybe it's not your time to understand or understand what I am saying. Peace, love, light, and prosperity I grant unto you all. Ashe, ashe, ashe.